The flickering lumina orbs cast long, dancing shadows across the polished obsidian streets of Aethelgard. The hidden city one, Jax, intergalactic trader of questionable repute and even more questionable cargo, found myself stranded here, courtesy of a malfunctioning hyperdrive and a series of unfortunate decisions that involved a space squid and a gambling debt I'd rather not recall. Aethelgard, nestled within the nebula's swirling cosmic dust and shrouded by advanced cloaking technology, was home to the Eterna. My ship, the Wandering Star, was impounded pending inspection, which, knowing the attorney, probably meant dismantling and reverse engineering. I was invited to stay in their city, ostensibly for my own safety, but the polite smiles and the ever-present guards escorting me suggested something far less benevolent. My handler, a serene attorney named Lyra, was the epitome of their race, elegant, aloof, and utterly inscrutable. "Aethelgard is a place of refuge, Jax," Lyra said, her voice like the chime of crystal bells. We stood in the Plaza of Echoes, where the whispers of past attorney council meetings seemed to linger in the air. The plaza was a marvel of bioengineered architecture, with pulsating vines woven into intricate patterns and lumina orbs mimicking the constellations. It was beautiful, oppressive, and reeked of secrets. "Sanctuary's a funny word when I'm not allowed to fix my ship," I retorted. "Or even, leave." Lyra's serene expression didn't waver. "Your ship requires extensive repairs, and your reputation precedes you, Jax." ... My reputation was, admittedly, checkered, smuggling exotic spices, fencing stolen artifacts, the occasional daring rescue mission. It all added up. But a threat? I was just trying to make a living. Still, the attorney were paranoid. They'd seen empires rise and fall, civilizations flourish and crumble. Immortality, it seemed, came with a heavy dose of cynicism. Days bled into weeks. Aethelgard was a gilded cage. I explored its pristine streets, marveling at its technological wonders and its unsettlingly perfect citizens. They seemed detached from the concerns of the mortal universe, lost in their own timeless bubble. But beneath the veneer of serenity, I sensed a darkness, a tension that hummed just beneath the surface. One evening, while escorted through the Whispering Gardens, a place of bioluminescent flora and gravity-defying waterfalls, I overheard a hushed conversation. Two attorney, their faces etched with worry, spoke in rapid, low tones. "The anomaly grows stronger," one said. "The council's efforts are failing." ... They noticed me and fell silent, their expressions hardening. Lyra, ever vigilant, steered me away. "Come." "Pay them no mind, Jax," she said. "They are merely discussing theoretical astrophysics." Theoretical astrophysics that sounded like a cosmic catastrophe. My curiosity, always a dangerous companion, was piqued. I started observing the attorney more closely, noting their subtle anxieties, the furtive glances, the hushed meetings. Something was deeply wrong in Aethelgard, and I was determined to find out what it was. She was an anomaly in herself, a vibrant soul amidst the stoicism of her race. Elara possessed a genuine warmth and a spark of rebellious curiosity. We met in the Grand Library, a towering structure filled with holographic archives and ancient texts. Elara, under the guise of helping me research my ship's schematics, became my unwitting informant. "The anomaly, it is not something the council wishes to discuss," Elara admitted, her voice barely a whisper. "It is a disruption in the fabric of reality, a tear in the veil between dimensions." "And what caused it?" Elara hesitated. "The council believes it is a consequence of their prolonged existence. They have lived too long, manipulated reality too much. The universe is reacting." According to Elara, the attorney had discovered the secret to immortality millennia ago. But their continued existence was creating a ripple effect, straining the very fabric of space-time. The anomaly was a manifestation of this strain, a growing threat that could unravel their entire reality. My investigation deepened, leading me through the labyrinthine corridors of Ethelgard, past watchful guards and behind closed doors. One night, Alara contacted me, her voice frantic. "Jax, they know you're investigating. They're going to erase your memories, send you away. You need to leave now." Erase my memories? Not if I could help it. I needed proof. Something I could take with me to expose the truth about Ethelgard. Alara told me about the, quote, Chronarium, a central repository of attorney knowledge, including records of their history and the anomaly. It was heavily guarded, but it was my only chance. With Alara's help, I navigated the city's underbelly, a network of tunnels and forgotten chambers. The tunnels were dark, damp, and filled with the echoes of a forgotten past, but they led me to the Chronarium. The Chronarium was a fortress of information, protected by laser grids, sonic barriers, and attorney guards. I used my skills, a combination of tech savvy, quick thinking, and sheer audacity to bypass the security systems. I downloaded a data file containing the attorney's complete history, including details about the anomaly and their potential solutions. As I was about to escape, I was confronted by Lyra. "You should have heeded our warnings, Jax," she said, her voice devoid of emotion. "Now you leave us no choice. You're planning something drastic, aren't you?" I challenged. "Something that will affect the entire galaxy." Lyra remained silent, but her eyes confirmed my suspicions. The data file I held contained the truth. The attorney were planning to use a device called the Reality Shunt to sever their connection to the current universe and create their own pocket dimension. It would save them from the anomaly, but it would have catastrophic consequences for everyone else, creating ripples of instability across the galaxy. But I was just one man, facing an entire race of immortals. My only advantage was that they underestimated me. They saw me as a simple traitor, a nuisance to be dealt with. They didn't realize I was also a survivor. I activated a smokescreen grenade, a relic from my less-than-legal days, and vanished into the Chronarium's depths. A chase ensued, a desperate game of cat and mouse through the corridors of Ethelgard. I used my knowledge of the city's underbelly, the tunnels and secret passages, to evade my pursuers. With my ship repaired, I could escape and warn the galaxy. Alara, risking everything, helped me navigate the city and reach the impound lot. But the wandering star was heavily guarded. A firefight erupted. I used my trusty blaster and my wits to take down the guards, but I knew I couldn't hold them off forever. Alara, armed with a stolen attorney energy weapon, fought bravely by my side. We finally reached the wandering star, but the hyperdrive was still offline. Lyra and a squad of attorney soldiers cornered us. "There is nowhere left to run." "Maybe not," I replied, "but I'm not going down without a fight." Just as the attorney were about to strike, Alara stepped forward. "Stop!" she cried. "You can't do this. You can't sacrifice the galaxy to save yourselves." Alara revealed the attorney's plan to the soldiers, showing them the data I had stolen. The soldiers, who had believed they were acting in the best interests of their race, were shocked. They looked at Lyra, their faces filled with doubt. Lyra, her plan crumbling, lunged at Alara. The shot hit Lyra's weapon, causing it to explode. The explosion knocked Lyra back, but it also damaged the, quote, Wandering Star's hyperdrive beyond repair. We were stranded again. Mux can. But the tide had turned. The attorney soldiers, disillusioned by their leadership, turned against Lyra and her loyalists. A civil war erupted within Ethelgard, a battle between those who wanted to save themselves and those who believed in a greater good. Alara and I found ourselves caught in the middle, trying to mediate between the factions and prevent the city from destroying itself. The attorney, forced to confront the consequences of their actions, began to question their own immortality. After weeks of negotiations and compromises, a new council was formed, one that was committed to finding a way to contain the anomaly without sacrificing the galaxy. They began working with scientists from other civilizations, sharing their knowledge and seeking solutions. My role in the attorney's internal conflict was finally over. My ship, although still damaged, was deemed quote, safe and returned to me. Before I left, Alara came to say goodbye. "Thank you, Jax," she said. "You showed us that even immortals can learn from mortals?" "Don't mention it," I replied. "Just try not to destroy the galaxy while I'm gone." As the wandering star emerged from Ethelgard's cloaking field, I looked back at the hidden city, now a beacon of hope instead of a symbol of fear. My time in Ethelgard had been a trial by fire, but it had also been a reminder that even in the darkest corners of the universe, there was always hope for change.